Alright, my beautiful friends. Let's talk more about H.D. Carlton. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I think I've read all of her books so far, except the one that's coming out, I think, next year or something. But there's two that tie in with the cat and mouse duo, the Haunting Adeline books. In my opinion, Hunting Adeline is so much darker than Haunting Adeline. Just because of the stuff she's had to go through, that she went through in Hunting Adeline, compared to just her stalker dude from the first one. But anyways, we got two books, Phantom and Satan's Affair. They're both dark romance, erotic. Satan's Affair would fall into like the horror, just because of there's a lot of like blood and gore. She's a bit mental, psycho. Her name is Sibby. She is part of what's called Satan's Affair. It's like a traveling carnival circus thing. In each town that they go to, she rids the world of evil, criminal, pedophile people. Is basically what the book is about. Her going to this town and sorry, I got distracted. And just murdering these criminal people. And then she meets. So you'll read a little bit about her in Haunting Adeline and Hunting Adeline. So, of course, in Satan's Affair, you're gonna catch a scene or two of mostly Zaid. I think Adeline is mentioned. There might be a scene. I don't remember. I read this a few months ago, and my memory sucks for the most part. But she's dressed up as like this doll, and she has like a little dollhouse. That's her part of the carnival thing. And that would have to be one of my favorite books by H.D. Carlton. My favoriteest book of all time so far from H.D. Carlton is Phantom. It talks about Gigi, which is Adeline's grandma. Not to give away too much. Hopefully not a spoiler alert for you guys. You do hear about Gigi in Haunting and Hunting Adeline. She lives in like the 1940s. I want to, 1940s, like 44. She's married, one daughter. Her husband, like this raging alcoholic, gambling addiction. And she has a stalker, kind of much like Adeline had her stalker, who is like a hitman for the mafia. He ends up catching the feels for her, and just he doesn't say too much to her at first, I'm actually hoping, fingers crossed, there might be a second one to this. Just the way it ended. If she just leaves it like this, and all good, but just, I don't know, the way it ended, I want there to be a second one, because I love the book. But yeah, those are my thoughts on those two. They are dark romance, erotic, if I didn't mention that. So, dark romance. There's a lot of trigger warnings. Rape, stalking, a little bit of blood and gore, just, dark themed things like that. No, it's not a scary story. I've had people ask me if dark romance means like scary stories, like, Goosebumps, how Goosebumps is scary, or, Stephen King has his scary books. No, it's not that type of dark romance. It's dark romance as in like morally gray activities and characters, and think like 50 Shades of Grey, that's a dark romance. But anyways, those are my thoughts on all of that. So recommend me some good dark romance books.